Hi everyone, it's Tater's Mom. I hope everybody's having a great week so far, and I hope that your new year is going great. Before we begin, this is going to be number 2 series of the Little Golden Books, transforming them from regular book to journals. So, the last time I had in the first one I showed you, there's 2 of these books. So, before I begin, let's go with this. I want to ask you guys, if you're new, please hit that subscribe button. I would love to have you. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for hitting on that play button. I appreciate it. I have some wonderful people that are a part of my family, my friends, my group, my compadres. These people, I love each and every single one of them, and a lot of them have channels, so I would love for you to go check them out. You'll enjoy them. There are a few videos that I have been watching about the Little Golden Books and how some of these people were making them into journals, taking them apart, making them into journals. Number 1 and number 2 are semi-based off of. First one is really based off of Grammy's Keepsakes. Now, this one is going to be semi-based on her as well. There are some of her techniques in here, but there's also some techniques from other people in here. So, please, if you want to watch the series, hit the subscribe button and you will be able to know that I have posted something. If you hit the bell, that'll let you really know when I've posted a video. I am going to attempt to do 1 video a week in this series. How many of these, I don't know. I was thinking I would carry you guys through the process of tearing one book completely apart and then just kind of like showing you the beginning of once I really get the hang of it, tearing a book apart and then showing you bits and pieces. But this series is going to be the complete mistakes, everything type of videos series, because I make mistakes. I'm not perfect, and maybe you guys can learn something from it. So hit that subscribe button, comment, like, and share. I would love to hear your feedback on everything that I'm doing. With that being said, I think this is an earlier version of this book, because I have the other book right here, and the other book does not have the writing down here, and this one says it was copyrighted in 1975, but it does not say if this is like a 1981 or not, if this was reproduced in 1980 like the other one that I have. And this one's going to need some TLC as well. But I pulled this book out because I wanted to show you something. In the last episode, I showed you how Grammy's Keepsakes showed me how she takes apart the cover, this taping, and there's only 2 staples in this book. I also saw a lot of videos where people were just kind of cutting down here in this crease that is in the book. And I watched Grammy's Keepsakes, and she said that when they did that, what they were doing was they were cutting the pages here down, but then, well, what they were doing was they were taking the book apart as is, like the pages are here, and then they were cutting the book down in the seam, the front cover and the back cover, they were cutting them down. So that left the pages like this, which meant you had to cut these down And you had to cut on the inside, you had to cut this section down just to get the book to fit, the pages to fit in the book, which meant you were cutting a lot of the beautiful artwork that is in this book. So, you know, I kind of like her way of thinking about it and her ideas for it. So, this is the My Little Golden Book About God. This is the 1980 revision of that book. And this is the cover. Now, what she does in her covers, I want to show you on the inside, is that she takes yarn and she puts it into the crevice of the book. And then she gets, what is that, Tyvek? Which I can't afford, okay? Number one, can't afford it. So she takes a Tyvek and after she glues in the yarn, she takes a Tyvek and she takes her oh my god, I cannot remember the name of this, but it's thicker than cardstock. Chipboard. So she takes her chipboard. Mine is going to be a 1.5 inch spine. So that's what this is right here in the middle, a 1.5 inch spine. And of course this is her yarn. Didn't like this. After I did this part of it, after I did this on this book, I found I didn't like it at all. Really, the yarn does not get in there very good. Even gluing it and putting clips on it to hold it down and in place, it didn't feel right. Granted, it does keep it non-flimsy, I reckon. I guess if you want to say that. And then I put fabric on the outside. I'm going to be putting more fabric on the outside. This was an attempt to see if I could actually make this section of the book a little bit stronger, because I really want it to stay strong. Then I'm going to take, there's 2 signatures in this book, in each book. And in this particular book, there's only 2 long sheets of, well, I take that back. There's more than that. No, there is. There's just 2 in each signature. 3. My bad, there's 3 in each signature. So, I want to actually make it 4 signatures in this book. And these will be going back into this book. And I shouldn't have to cut them down very much. I will be cutting the papers down, but not very much. So, instead of using the yarn, what I had to go to town, and I stopped by Dollar General, and I picked up some 3-ply poly twine, 3-ply poly twine. And so this book is Where Jesus Lived. This is one of the other books that I had taken apart. And so, since I'm covering this up, I didn't need to really worry about it. I will be trimming some of that up. But I noticed that my dogs are outside playing, sorry. That the twine worked a little bit better. It's still a little flimsy, but I think when I put the paper, when I put the tape and stuff on it, it will make it a little bit more stronger. And you can see here the same thing. And I'm also taking the extra step of really making sure that that stays down and gets into the groove of the book and gets in there and stays in there until the glue dries. I felt like I needed to do that to make sure it stayed. Silly, I know, but that's just, I just felt the need to do that right. So with that being said, that's the process so far. I took after I got the twine put into place, I took my 1.5 inch chipboard and I took this tape that I had bought for my husband at Dollar Tree. And it's not very sticky tape, but to tell you the truth, you cannot really rip this tape that good on your own. You need scissors to do it. So I thought, hey, I can use that tape since I don't have the Tyvek and I don't have, I think Grammy's Keepsakes also used this, there's an envelope, I guess, that is similar to Tyvek. I don't know what this is. I've never seen it. So if anybody has, let me know down below, because I don't where you can get this these envelopes from, because I would kind of like to use it instead of using masking tape. But with that being said, so I used two pieces of that tape to tie in the chipboard along to the front and the back of the book, and then I added the fabric as another something stable onto the book. That's what that is. So, getting my feet caught up in the rug. So, that is what I've done so far. It has made the book, had made this binding section that goes to the spine. It has made it a little bit stronger. I'm not completely satisfied that it's strong, so we're going to be continuing that process. Again, I'm experimenting. I'm going to mess up. You guys are going to see me mess up. This is going to be part of the process. So with that being said, I am going to leave it with you for right now. That one is drying. Maybe it's dry enough that we can go ahead and I can show you. Alright, it is. Let's really quickly, because I don't want to keep you guys. I'm trying to make sure that these videos don't get too long-winded. Okay, so see right there where the crease is in the book, and I just take the glue and throw it in to that crease. Now, Grammy's Keepsakes does use Aleene's Tacky Glue for this, and I'm not really too sure how I feel about using this glue. This is only the second book that I am using it on, and I don't think that Grammy's Keepsakes had the issues that I'm having with the string or yarn or what twine, whatever. I don't think she had the issues I'm having with it curling back on you. So, and there is probably, guys, don't holler at me, I know, there is probably some way to make it not do that, but, so what I do is just, put the glue in there and I just clamp this down, because I do want to get this into the crevice. I really want to avoid, at all costs, cutting this book down, because Crafty Grammy was right. You know, you're losing a lot in that book when you cut it down. You're cutting out a lot of wonderful imagery that is in these books, and I don't want to do that. I want to keep the pages intact, putting them in here so that so you know you can enjoy the story and you can write in it and you can journal. I want to make this a really nice book. I'm trying to find a place for it. Alright, so that's my process of how I'm putting it together. So with that being said, I'm going to leave you guys for now. We're going to next work on the inside, fixing this right here. And I'm trying to decipher if how I'm going to cover this. I don't want to leave people's names in the book. And there is people's name in these books. So I don't want to leave their names, but yet I don't want to cover it. So we'll cross that bridge when we get to it, because I know we're going to have to get to it. So with that being said, I'm going to leave you guys for now. I will talk to you guys later. The next step will be trying to figure out the inside of the My Little Golden Book About God. Seeing how well the holdup is on the book of Where Jesus Lived, and binding it together. So that being said, I will talk to you guys later. Be careful out there. Hugs to everybody. Bye bye for now.